Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing really, really well. So what are we doing today, Dan?
An update video.
Another
As
live
most of you seen,
update.
we've not been active on here for
Well over a month.
since Alton Towers opening weekend.
Yeah.
When we stayed at the hotel, Intoxicator open and stuff. There's been a lot to fill you in on. A lot that's happened. Nothing major. I mean, some things we don't really know yet. But,
No, we don't.
Yeah. Do you want to?
There's a few things that have gone on.
What happened after Alton Towers and stuff, and the build up to your birthday.
So you all know, as if you was in the live stream, if you're not, the video's still there for you to go back and watch. But back at the live stream, I was struggling a little bit with my back, and I was quite sore for a week. I was fine for a while.
Coming home from work, weren't you?
Just coming home, and I was like,
oh my God,
I'm aching so much.
Anyway.
And then I turned 30 on the 26th of March.
By the way, we got to add in. I don't know if we can add a clip of you dancing if we've got.
Oh
one.
wait, we're not got to the party yet.
You said your 30th?
No, my 30th birthday.
Jump
So
in
we went
the
for a
gun.
Chinese. It is. So I went for a Chinese on my 30th actual birthday, which was the 26th, and then the following Saturday on the 29th was my party.
That's the one.
And on my party, I was like dolled up to the nines, and we were looking absolutely suave. I'll put some pictures over the top of us at the party. We had a big display of a big 3 and a 0 balloons, and I was still sore then. I wasn't too bad, and I was like, you know, I'll just have to put up with it. It's my party. I'm not gonna let it ruin that night. And I had a fantastic night. Oh my gosh!
It ruined the night for herself by getting absolutely blackout drunk, but that's a different story.
Prosecco was not a fan.
And most of you don't know Paris on a personal level. Some of the guys watching the channel do.
Coasting
One
with
or
the
two of the guys
Joneses.
were at the party, so they
Andy
can
and Laura.
clarify that Paris, when she's had a drink, she's not aggressive. She is just a crazy dancer, and she will.
To be fair, even when I'm not drinking, if there's a dance floor and there's music playing, I will be up there dancing.
It's like she's been on pre-workout or something, and she's just flying around the dance floor. Anyway,
I just don't stop. And I'll put a video over the top of me dancing. I was on my own most of the night on the dance floor because everyone was just like watching me thinking, she's 30 and she's moving some ways that she probably shouldn't have been doing.
This was a Saturday night. The Monday come round.
And I went to work.
Recovery day. Sorry, that was a Saturday night the party. The Sunday was a recovery day.
Heavy recovery day.
Like you would think she'd really got poorly. She was really unwell.
I didn't eat or drink for the full
that
day.
Happened. Monday came.
I went to work.
She went to work.
School.
Normal day. Tuesday came. Went to work. Normal.
No, I didn't.
Was it Tuesday morning? It was Tuesday.
It was.
Morning.
So Tuesday morning, Dan got up a little bit earlier than me. I think was you.
I was off work. I was going Alton Towers for the day with the family. Yeah. They were going, and I just decided to gate crash and jump in with them.
You did.
Paris was in work, so I figured, well, it's a weekday.
You might as well.
I think the park had just gone to the weekday openings. I was like, well, we may as well go and do that. I was sat down here having a coffee actually,
and it was about 6 to 7, and I thought, I might as well just get up because Dan's up, and I was just awake. So I got up, but I couldn't actually get up, and I was in so much pain. So I got up and I was crying my eyes out. I was like, I don't know what to do, and I stood up. And as I stood up, I felt really sick, so I run to the spare room to get the bin, which is like the sick bucket bin, isn't it?
We don't really need to go into the sick side of things and all
when I got that, I was in that much pain. Dan's mum had heard me. She was in her bedroom, and I'd gone back into our bedroom and just laid on the bed, and I was crying my eyes out. And she came in, she's like, what's the matter? I was like, I don't know, I can't move. I couldn't physically get up. I was in that much pain, crying my eyes out. You came up, and I was shaking like this, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do.
It. I'm sat here with quite a serious face on, because for me, it was horrific. I've never seen Paris in that much pain before, and there was nothing I could do for her. She was literally
unable to move.
Not screaming the house down, but as good as.
Yeah.
She was really bad, really, really bad.
Yeah. So I rung work, and I was like, I physically can't get in. I can't move.
She was on the phone. She was crying her eyes out on the phone to
my deputy.
She rang up at school.
I'm not one to ever ring in either. I hated the fact that I had to do that, even though I couldn't physically get in. I couldn't physically get up off the bed. I hated the fact that I had to ring in. Because I was saying to you, wasn't I? I was like, I don't know what to do. Do I ring in? And I was like, no, I couldn't have got in. There was no physical way.
You couldn't get down the stairs for days.
I couldn't move.
So then I rang 111.
Tell them the story of 111. What did you...
I rang 111
Whilst I'm crying on the
Paris
bed,
is
like
obviously in a lot
shaking.
of discomfort. Well, there wasn't like an emergency call. I didn't ring them
No,
immediately, but a
for-
bit of time passed after she'd been in touch with her work and rang.
It was
them
more as a
I
what
rang
could we do?
111 and the girl answered the phone, bless her, and she said, took some details and she said, "Is the patient breathing?" And I said, "No." And she went, "The patient's not breathing." I said, "Oh, breathing. I thought you said bleeding."
Typical.
So
Typical Dan.
yeah, so that didn't go down. I wasn't a good start to the call.
No, it
Anyway,
wasn't.
long story short, we got through a load of questions and answers.
Yeah.
We got put through to, we got
Stop playing that.
referred to a doctor.
My doctor.
We got a call back from the local doctors. I took the call, spoke to them. They basically said, "If you can get her down to it," I said, "There's no chance." I said, "Listen, I can't even get her down the stairs. I can't even get her out the bedroom
Couldn't get
at
to
the
the
moment.
toilet.
So there's no danger of me getting her down the stairs and into the car." So we had to have the doctor arranged to come out and see us later that day.
Yeah, it actually came to the
Fortunately,
house.
they came out quite urgently. It was like 1, 2 o'clock.
Yeah, but I was
Bear in
flat out
mind
cold.
because she'd been on the tablets and whatnot.
Taking
Doctor
cold
come
on.
round, proceeded to do checks up in the bedroom on her. All different
All
things. Lovely doctor.
like stabbing little weird plastic things down my back, down my leg, onto my bum, just to check like where the pain was. And he was like, "What?" And my foot was numb, wasn't it? It was freezing compared to the other foot. I was like, "I can't feel that foot." The only way I could describe it and still keep describing it is like fizzy foot. Like when you've been out in the cold for so long and then you come into the heat and it's like pins
Because
and
you're not
needles just
recovered
constantly.
now, are you?
No, I'm still struggling quite a bit.
Anyway, so the doctor said, based on the results, the checks that he did physically with her upstairs, that he wanted to refer her for an MRI.
And gave me an
Just in
approximate and some
case there
stomach
was any
tablets.
issues with discs and stuff. So going forward, she then...
I then recovered for the week. Luckily, it was half term.
Yeah.
So I was off for the 4 working days, and then it was half term for 2 weeks. So I was off for the 4, and the
as
MRI.
nicely as it could, didn't it?
Yeah,
Realistically.
the MRI came on the Sunday. The following Sunday, went and had that done, and oh my gosh, the drive there was horrific. I got there and I was hobbling
I
along.
couldn't take her because I was in
You
work.
was in work and no one was in, so I was like, "Do you know what? I feel all right. I'll try and drive." So I drove myself there, drove back, and I was like, "I wish I didn't," but had the MRI, which is, most people say it's a really bad experience, but I had headphones on. I just shut my eyes. I was in discomfort with obviously the way that I had to be positioned, but I was just like, just close your eyes, listen to the music, and crack on.
But yeah, long story
But then
short,
following that, I got the results, and my L4 and L5 discs, so these are the bottom of your spine, just where your pelvis is, they're slipping. So I've got one slipping left and one slipping right. The left one's the one that's causing the most pain at the minute because it's touching. Apparently, he said it's something to do
we
with a
don't know about
sac and
this,
a
by the way.
nerve.
This is just something that we've been told that Paris
Yeah.
has memorised, so we just...
He said it's on like some form of sac and a nerve, and it's basically just shooting it all the way down my leg. And then the right one's slipping as well.
So it was a bit of a surprise, actually.
It was a shock.
So, yeah, we've just been quiet.
Obviously, I can't do a
slip
roller
disc.
coaster with a slip
She's been
disc.
struggling to get out the house properly and walk.
I was that bad the first 2
Walking's
days.
uncomfortable for her. We've been doing short walks around the block
Mm.
here. We've literally just 45 minutes ago come back from Blackpool.
For
We
a
didn't go into
walk.
the pleasure beach. Paris's car has been sat on the drive for quite a while, so it struggled to start. So we figured we'd take it for a drive. It's a Saturday. As we're filming this, we went up to Blackpool for the day. Took a walk, nice walk up to the tower. We did about 5-mile walk. Up to the tower, had some dinner, had a look around some shops, and then walked back. Seen some of the rides going around at Pleasure Beach.
Seen launchpad
We
testing.
quite fancied going in and going on the Pleasure Beach Express, but
just
we
sit
didn't
down.
do it. It's the first time having Pleasure Beach passes that we've
Been to
been to
Blackpool and not gone in.
But yeah, we just didn't fancy it. Can't do anything with Paris the way she is. At
I mean,
the
I could
moment,
sit
and
on the dart rides and stuff.
it just
but
wouldn't be worth it. We just really needed to get out and have a good walk, didn't we?
Yeah.
So that's where we're at. Paris has got
With me, anyway.
neurosurgeon
referral. I'm waiting on.
booked for the start of May.
Wait, no, it's not. So I've got a referral,
May,
and
then.
I'm supposed to be getting told soon, what's coming from it. So
Whether
I
she's
don't know
gonna
if
need
I've got to need
surgery
surgery or physio or what. It's just at
Let's
the
hope
minute it's just waiting.
physio. Let's hope it's just physio because
Fingers crossed
surgery's
for
going to suck. So
Yeah,
as you
well.
can understand, parks and stuff.
We can still go.
to.
Dan's going to go on the rides. I'll just sit there and he'll be like,
But I'm not going to be going on the rides myself just yet. For,
because
for a funny reason. So it was
We decided to go to Wales in the
Yeah, we
second
took a little
week on the
mini
holiday.
during the school
Because
holidays.
I was like, I don't want to stay in this house
I
and
booked
get
some
me out
time
for a bit.
off to have time off while Paris was off. This was prior to doing a back in.
Yeah.
So it put a spanner in the works.
Because we were supposed to go to Tenerife, if you remember in the live
It put a spanner
video.
in the works for anything we wanted to do anyway. So we went down to the caravan. As you know, we've got a caravan down in Towyn, family caravan. We went down there for 6 nights. We took my granddad. We had a great time. We had things
So
planned.
sunny.
We'd been and done a food shop. We had all our meals planned.
Yeah.
We had drinks. We
going
it was
hickories
great.
and all sorts of
It was
stuff.
great. We were having a good time. And then the campsite or the sister site to our caravan park has a swimming pool. And as owners, well, not our, as
We
my
get
mum's
we
the
get
owner,
it on it for free.
and
We
her
get to
husband,
use
we
it.
got free access. So we went and bought some swimming shorts and swim.
Because I said I might try swimming, because
And we thought that
obviously
swimming
it might
would
help
be,
me.
Beneficial, light swimming, obviously. For
Yeah, I didn't do much.
Not
I
bloody
didn't go
like
crazy.
Olympic with the nose
Go
thing
swim in
and
the
all
channel
that.
and everything.
Would be beneficial for Paris's back. I don't know if it helped her too much because it was still quite.
I was
early
in
on.
pain though as
She was
well,
in a bit of
'cause
discomfort.
If you've any of you been on a caravan, been to a caravan site and been in a caravan mattresses aren't the greatest.
In
I
any
was
caravan,
lying on the floor quite a bit, wasn't I,
yeah.
trying to stretch out and stuff.
So anyway,
we went swimming.
we went swimming, and there's a big water jet in there that like a
If
big
I can
water
find a
fountain that
picture of
pulls
something,
over.
I'll put it over the top. If not, just imagine
Obviously,
a
they're sitting around
jet
in the
wash.
caravan and stuff. I was a bit achy, and I thought, oh, I'm going to go and get a nice massage under this. And it was all on my neck and my shoulders, and then I lifted myself out of the water on like this big railing that's underneath the water, so you can
Get
hold
it on
onto
your lower back.
And it was on my lower back and everything. It was great.
Got
done,
out. We got
went
some
back to the
Cocoa
caravan,
Pops. I was
said
like,
to
I'm
Paris,
off.
I
Let's
can't wait
go.
to have a coffee when I got back because I like my coffee first thing in the morning.
He does.
Got up, went swimming, got back, had a coffee, put some eggs on to boil. Long story short, I was peeling the eggs, chatting to my granddad in Paris. I coughed
And I was like, why are you coughing?
and I pulled me back.
Yeah, I
You
was
couldn't write it.
No.
And you know what?
using a lot of pain.
I'm not going to go into my history of my back, but since when I turned 23, I got not diagnosed. It's not a diagnosis.
Well, it is,
But
because
the
your doctor said it's the
At this time, I
diagnosis.
was going through some severe pain, much like Paris was. Couldn't get down the stairs or anything. This was when I was 23, and it turned out I had sciatica, so a trapped nerve in my bum
Which
cheek
is
and
obviously
down the leg.
reoccurring.
They said that you're likely to never have, you're likely to not go now without having back issues.
Your back will never be the same.
So every year since then, at least
It's
once,
literally
twice
every year.
at the most, my back goes. And Paris has been with me now over 6 years, and she can tell you every year, maybe once, twice at the worst case, I'll pull me back.
It wasn't good this time, though.
Doing something so simple or something strenuous,
Coughing,
and it's
plugging the
usually,
PlayStation in. He's sneezed before.
Yeah.
It's just. It's
So-
just some random stuff that he does, and it just pulls, and
So, yeah,
he's
I
then
coughed.
like this.
I was peeling
It's
my
quite
eggs, I
his
coughed.
side, but ow, like that.
and that was it. Back was done. I had 3 days. We had 3 days left
And
down
you were
the caravan.
fuming, weren't you? You were
And
so
I
angry.
was so upset. Not upset as in like emotionally upset,
Just
but I was
mad.
really just
Devastated.
because I know when it happens, it's 7 days.
full week.
It's 7 days of been laid up, ice packs,
Baths.
paracetamols, the whole ibuprofen, bath.
Yeah.
I was even taking Cocodamol at some
You
points
was.
because it was really bad. Baths, cold ice, the whole works.
The whole
I know
shebang.
how to deal with it now going forward, and
Yeah.
it is at least 7 days, 9 at most.
At push.
So I'd been off work. I had to ring in work, unfortunately.
You had to come
which
home
was
from
an
Wales.
absolute nightmare. We had to cut the holiday short.
Which
come
was
home from
hard because I
Wales.
had to drive, and obviously with my disc as well, I was like, oh,
It's been a nightmare.
Yeah.
It really has. And
since-
it's give us both a bit of a wake up.
we're doing a bit
Paris-
of a lifestyle
Paris
change
is all
at the
right,
minute.
but well, she's not okay. Obviously, we need to wait and find out what's
going
going to come
on.
of this. But we're both guilty, as most of you guys probably watching. We like a drink, we like our crap food and stuff. And
God, Friday Night Lives, we
I've
loved
struggled
it.
with my weight all my life, but and I go to the chiropractor. I go to the chiropractor every 4 to 6 weeks,
Yeah.
and I have done for over 6 years now.
You've gone
I
along
know it's over 6
for
years
a very
because
long time.
I was speaking to her a couple of weeks back when I went, and we went over my records, and I have been going to her now for over 6 years. Now the chiropractor isn't a permanent fix. Ultimately,
temporary.
I need to deal with.
Weight issues.
I said to them,
And lifestyle
I've said,
changes.
Could it be that I've got because I've got the weight on the front, weakening my back. you know, you're talking to a professional, yeah, ultimately it could be down to that.
Or the roller coasters.
Back in the day, I wasn't referred, when I had the sciatica, I wasn't referred for an MRI. There was obviously not a cause for concern. So, yeah, I don't know what it is. I just need to get some strength in my back. I need to lose some weight. The roller coasters and stuff need to go on the back burner for me a little bit at the minute, which kills me to say. You know, we might jump on 1 or 2 now and then.
You might.
But at the minute, I want to take it easy. It feels, I'm back to work tomorrow, which is good. I'm looking forward to getting back to some normality and into some routine. But
don't worry, guys. We will still be going to the theme parks. We will still be going because we love the atmosphere. We love the dark rides. We'll still be going to places.
It's not,
but it's just more of a. We won't be going on the rides as much. I won't anyway.
For the time being, we just need to
lifestyle
more so
change.
For yourself.
Yeah.
Until you get some answers on that, we need to step back. Which is fortunate that we've not. Theme parks are our life. It's what we do. It's definitely our number one hobby. But
let's get it sorted for the next big theme park in 6 years.
We have always said we're not just a theme park channel, and I guess in that respect it opens us up to do other videos. But we do want to get back and get filming. As you can imagine, it's been a bit of a rough couple of weeks. We've been a bit demotivated. We've been a bit down in the dumps. We've been on takeaways. We've been
2025 has not been great.
No,
I'll just put it in that
good,
like it's
there's other stuff.
There's personal life stuff that was going on, and it's just
nothing. You know, but I mean, it is quite bad. But it's like, you know, it's just nothing that you guys need to worry about.
No,
we're okay. But so that's kind of where we've been at. Paris has had disc issues. I coughed and pulled my lower back, and it was, like I say, this time it was actually quite bad when it went initially.
Because I was literally putting his socks on for him. He couldn't bend down and put his socks on. I was like,
leg into my underwear,
and I had to put his other leg in, and he's going quick, and he lifted his foot off the floor about that much, and he's like, I can't physically.
You know what? As a 35-year-old, I mean, I've come to terms with that. That's just how it is now, but. It's embarrassing. But God, Dan, I was crawling to the bathroom. But it happens.
And I was literally crying, pulling myself across the floor. I had an ice pack here and there, and they weren't doing anything.
So bad.
But I've still got the pain now. It still shoots down my leg all the time, constantly.
So, just over a week prior to me doing my back, I'm undressing, washing and dressing Paris. And then a week after, she's returning the favour with me. So... I don't know, we're bloody made for each other now.
We are. We've got one perfect back between us if you combine it both.
But I'm looking to join the gym. I have been to the gym over the years.
We've been before.
Not that you can tell. I'm not unfit by any
stretch.
No,
you've lost a lot of weight from what you've been before.
Yeah.
So you had, but we did slip. We have slipped. It is.
Yeah, so's your discs. Sorry. It's
See, we can laugh and joke about it.
It's easy to fall into the trap of having a couple of... We're not got drink problems, but it's nice to have a few beers.
Especially in the sun and
then you wake up the next day and you feel dreadful, and then you eat rubbish to try and cure your hangover, and then you're just in a spiral going downhill. So that's kind of where we've been at lately.
But we're both looking at the gym. I'm obviously waiting to see what the neurosurgeon suggests because I don't want to obviously go to a gym, do some stuff and make it worse. I'd rather go, if he says do light exercises, I'll go to the gym and walk on a treadmill or do a little bit of swimming. But I won't be going like ham on anything
I'm
at the minute.
fortunate that I walk a bit in work, even though I'm a driver. I do a fair bit.
We have been trying to get steps in, haven't we?
Paris, since taking on this job, obviously as a teacher, you don't walk as much.
I do 12,000. I'm trying to get a bit more.
Gym or do something more outside of work. So we've just done a good 5 and a bit mile walk in Blackpool, which is the first time properly we've been out the house. Certainly for me,
about 3 weeks.
In a long time, yeah. And again, we just felt demotivated. We woke up this morning. I got up a bit before Paris, and I didn't really want to do anything.
And I said, no, we're going out.
What do you want to do today? And she went, I'm going out. She said, we're not staying in this house. So we just went to Blackpool.
I put my foot down.
And it was good. It was a really good day. Not, we didn't need the Pleasure Beach to have a good time. We had a nice walk up the beach. The sun come out.
Yeah, it was good.
We had a healthy dinner.
Yeah.
Healthy dinner. We had a healthy breakfast before we left. And then we had a little snack while we were there, which was healthy. It was tempting to go for something bad.
How many times?
Ice creams, you can smell the chippies and stuff. But we stuck by it. Now, we are only 5-6 days into the healthier eating.
Yeah. It's hard.
We're using MyFitnessPal
to track
calories.
Anyway.
We're on a bit of a crasher this week because it's the first week and we're craving rubbish food.
How many times? Every time we go to sleep, I'll just lie there and he's like, what are you thinking of? And I'm like, cheesy chips and
mayonnaise.
We
were in bed a couple of nights back and I said... And I'd love some macaroni and cheese now. And I
Mac
said,
and
"What?"
cheese right now. I was like, I'd love mac and cheese or a cheese
just
toast.
randomly. So
Yeah.
we're tracking calories on MyFitnessPal. We're in a deficit each,
Mm-hmm.
a considerable amount. I'm eating a lot lower than it, not a lot lower, but a healthy amount lower to lose some weight.
What we not, we don't have a bad diet because we normally do eat quite
I do eat
healthy,
quite
but we
healthy.
just eat massive portions of it. We eat so much food. Obviously we have slipped the past 2 weeks, but
But yeah, so as of Monday last week, the whole it's got to start on a
no,
Monday
that's
thing.
you that says
That's just
that.
what's happened, and we're off. Next week, we're going back down the caravan for my granddad's birthday, just for the night, with family. So
Mm-hmm. gonna
Saturday
get
night, we are
walking,
going to go
swimming.
out. We're going to do a walk through the day, and we are going to the pub on the night for drinks and stuff with family. So we're going to let ourselves go on Saturday night. But
No dancing, no.
between last week, so Monday when we started, sorry, this week, to then, we're not drinking. We're not having any rubbish.
And we're going to try swim, aren't we, on the Sunday
And we
morning?
might try and swim. I'm terrified now to go swimming because I don't know in my mind whether it was swimming that done it, because I was doing a bit of breaststroke, a bit of front crawl and whatnot.
I think
whether
it was the
jets, whether it was a combination of the caravan beds and the sitting. It could have been anything. It could have just been due to go, stress through the day. It could be, it could be anything. I don't know. But ultimately, I need to get a grip on it. And if I lose weight and it still happens, then I will be going to the doctors to try and get answers, because I can't keep living the rest of my life like this. Paris's back's gone. Now she's got the disc issues, but I've been suffering with this, not that you knew, since I was 23 and I'm 35. Now, you might be saying, well, you should have got answers by now. Well,
But we were talking, weren't we? We were looking at the difference of like sciatica and slip disc. They are so similar. And the only difference of a slip disc is that numb feeling down one leg or down whichever leg the disc is slipping. And you said
this isn't sciatica that
no,
I have
it's
now.
just like
When I was 23 and I had this back issue,
twists.
I was crying my eyes out. I needed a lift down to the doctors. I was crawling on the floor. Everything Paris was doing that day, the way she was acting, the way she was crawling from the floor onto the bed, the way she was hung over the bath, I have been there and done it. So I was mortified for it.
You were so close to crying. It was
awful for her, just seeing her in pain, because there's nothing I could do, and I've been there and I knew what it was like. And I hate that when you're in pain and someone says, I know what you feel. I actually do. But it just turned out that she had the disc issue and I had sciatica, which if you've ever had it, tell. But now I know that it's just been a back strain for me, and it just seems to be happening regular 6 to 7 months at a time. And I've had enough.
But we are taking a proper good grip. Like I am struggling at the minute because there's so much going on, like with me back as well as personal stuff, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'd love to just eat something, because I know that gives me that endorphins for that small space of time. But obviously it's not helpful. That's then the downward spiral of just shoveling it in and being like, oh, this food makes me happy. But in no time, like it takes us normally about a week, and then we start feeling better, and we're like, yeah, do you know what, this is it, this is how we're going to go.
As long as we stick to the numbers and we stay in a calorie deficit. We're having some tea in a minute when we come off this, dinner if you're from down south, and we've got some chicken, rice, broccoli, the standard affair, and then a yoghurt for afterwards. But
we're going to get
what we've been doing, water and
we're going to get it all sorted for 6 years, aren't we?
What do you mean?
What's coming in 6 years?
Oh, universal. Yeah.
We're going to get it, guys. We're going to do it.
Yeah, I think that's it. I want to top it off. Just the icing on the cake. Just as my back starts to get better, on Wednesday, I had to go and have my wisdom tooth out.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, it's been the year that keeps on giving for me.
It's been fantastic.
I've never suffered with my teeth in my whole life. I've never had toothache.
And you lost part of it on my birthday, that 29th. It clearly wasn't a good day.
The start of this year, I had awful tooth pain to the point, and I'm terrified of dentists, more so scared of needles. And I had to register for the dentist and go in and get it sorted. I went in March, didn't I? We're just reeling off everything that's wrong with us here. I went in for a checkup. I thought I needed a filling. Never had a filling in 35 years. Fortunately, I didn't need one.
No, that's very good.
He said to me, you need a tooth coming out, your wisdom tooth. I was like, oh, happy days.
And Dan's petrified of needles. If you don't know me, it's absolutely
So then they put me in for a
petrified.
deep clean because I'd not been to the dentist for so long.
Yeah.
Like I say, I try and look after my teeth as best I can. So now I'm like obsessed.
Yeah, he is. Oh my gosh,
I'm flossing all the time, morning and night. Sometimes even after a meal.
He's obsessed.
I had to go running
He's
off
obsessed.
To do
He's like, Paris, where's the floss? Where's the floss? Where's the floss? In the caravan,
Flambeau
wasn't it?
Jambos when we went.
Yeah, well, and we met Andy and Laura.
We had a meal in there, and I had to go running back to our hotel room. I said, Paris,
he went, where's the floss? Where's the floss? And I've got chicken in my tea.
Room, yeah. So, and then, you know, I had to go and have this extraction there. It was penciled in for 2 weeks back, and we were down the caravan, and
it got cancelled.
Oh, Amazon's outside. It's not for us.
No, it's not for us.
It got cancelled. Doctor had COVID.
Dentist
had COVID. So, it was Wednesday just gone. So, fortunately, I've had a couple of days after that before I'm back in work in the morning to recover and sort myself out. But
I came home and he was like,
I had that gall stuff in my mouth. And do you know what? Surprisingly enough, from the second I had it out to when I got home and the numbness wore off, I've not felt any pain. Felt maybe a little bit of
a bit of uncomfortable.
But nothing that's, anything like I thought it was going to be.
No.
So, I put my wisdom teeth under my pillow and woke up to a credit card under there. So, it worked out well.
It was horrible. I came home from work and his tooth was just on the bed in this packet. I was like, that's disgusting.
Pretty cool, like. I would have showed you the photo of it, but it was pretty grim. Yeah, no. So, I think that's it. I think we've covered everything. If you've stuck with us, thank you. But, that's basically where we're at, isn't it? Ultimately.
We are going to be filming a little bit more.
We're going to try and do some stuff. Please put in the comments if there's any video ideas, because we've been racking our brains.
Forget about the theme parks. Just think about anything.
We can still go to the theme park.
We're thinking of going Malham Cove in a couple of weeks, where obviously part Harry Potter was filmed. And obviously it's just nice there. And
we want to do the Harry Potter tour because we've been obsessed with Harry Potter while we've been off. We've actually took a bit of comfort in watching them, haven't we?
I love
Harry Potter's. It's kind of lifted our spirits. So the little things, isn't it, in life? But I think that's it. I think
we'll
there's
leave
nothing
it
more we can really update you on. But we might do a live at some point soon. We have got a lot planned. We've got a wedding coming up in May. Not for us.
No.
What else? We're going down the caravan next week for the weekend for my granddad's birthday. Weekend after that, we're going to pop down and see one of Paris's family members, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, we'll try and fit something in maybe while we're down there. But I don't know, we're going to try and think of some stuff to do. So put in the comments if there's any videos you want to see. The food review ones tend to...
We're thinking of doing food review. We're thinking of doing some stuff in Wales, a little bit more around Wales and things that happen down Wales.
Wales, Towyn, where we stay, gets quite popular, especially the videos on YouTube and stuff. And I think, some informative videos. I've been going down there for years since I was younger, so maybe something like that would be nice for you to see.
Yeah.
Little tours, little walks around Towyn, showing you some of the places to
maybe like
some of the places to go and do and whatever. I don't know. We're just thinking of ideas at the moment, and it might be wise to start writing things down and get a bit of a plan going, because we do want to carry on with YouTube. We've not fell out with it.
No, we haven't. It's
but
just
we feel like we have lately
because
we've just not uploaded for so long.
But
the last few videos, if you've seen since the hotel,
there's nothing since the hotel.
We did the hotel room tour, didn't we?
And then that's it.
Oh, is that it?
That's it. Yeah.
Say they've not been all that, but no.
No, that was it.
Because that's all we've done. But yeah, I think that's it, isn't it? Is there anything else you want to add?
I don't think so.
Yeah. So if you see us two biscuit backs round Alton Towers anytime soon or whatever,
hire us a wheelchair.
Yeah, I am craving a trip to Alton Towers. I want to go on the curse and stuff.
The amount of times I've said to Dan, "Oh, get me one of them. Get me a mobility scooter. I can't walk. Get me one of them."
The thing is with me is, in all the time you've been watching us, I've always had a back issue.
You have.
So it's going to be no different for me. I'll probably still go on the ride.
When we were in Portaventura, I had an issue then.
But as it stands right now, I would rather work on getting myself a little bit fitter, getting a bit of strength into my back, because you think of the G-forces on some of these rides, they really can't be helping.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
Not especially with the Blackpool ones.
Body fat.
But I haven't got that, and I've still got slip disc.
3.5 Gs on Nemesis Helix, putting all that strain on my back.
But anyway, guys, we'll leave it at that, because we're going on and on and on and on and on.
As we do.
So if you do like what...
spoke for a while. We're going to catch up.
I know.
Sorry, go on.
So if you have stuck with us all this way, and please just go up and click that thumbs up button, give us a rate.
After you've put your little violins away.
Yeah, and after you've done a comment and everything else. But if you do like what you see, guys, please do rate, comment and subscribe to the channel. It's Ginger and Brown on everything, minus TikTok, which is...
Biscuit Back 18. Ginger and Brown 18. We should change our name to Biscuit Backs.
Two bad backs.
Ginger Brown 18.
Ginger and Brown 18. But for now, we'll see you in the next video. Hopefully, fingers crossed, guys, soon. See you later.
Bye, guys.
Bye.